it. And you guys gotta tell me also starting here on cake as well. All right, the chat and everything. Um, all right, so good morning. It's like 11 a.m. here in Vietnam. I'm starting earlier. The weather is perfect. So I'll prepare chat quickly and then I'm gonna start preparing the workspace gradually. So what do we have here? Okay. Yeah, my husband likes to decrease the, like I barely can see anything. Okay, so yeah, okay, fine. Power saving, turn off. I'm gonna access the chat from here. Okay, connecting to Wi-Fi. Right. So as you can see, regarding painting, this side is already coming together. I like the way it lands. And then just gonna continue on the work on the entire front part, and also I noticed certain little details like here. I want to add a little bit of smoother transition, and there are some couple spots that I'm just polishing a little bit. But other than that, it's coming together very well. Okay, let's see. Accessing the chat. Hola. Yeah, hi guys. Good to see you. Thank you. Well, today, first live stream is going to be me painting and trying to, get all of it together. And then later today, around 5:30, 6 p.m., it's going to be a boxing training slash sparring day. Howdy, Kayla. Oh, looking great. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. I kind of thought about that too. Maybe I tried to go like as early as I could today. So just hoping to see you here. All right. So, well, I'm gonna light up some of the. I have what do I have here? So this is. I don't even know what it's called, but it's the aroma thing. Basically, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just create the vibe and environment, all that kind of stuff. Guys, let me know if the sound is good. You can hear me properly. Keep folks, hello. Same here, just getting ready for the process. There we go. I'm not always a very delicate person, but this made me, love this process of focusing on those little details, create the environment. Okay, let's start it up. Yes, there we go. All right, attaching it again. It's like a lotus flower. Now it's just gonna be here. All right. Well, hi folks. In the meantime, quite a lot of viewers. Let me look through the chat quickly. What medium are you using? Well, I'm not sure exactly what you mean as a medium for painting. Oil paints, black and white. Good evening. That means you're from United States. Morning. Hi. It always makes my day better when I catch your live stream. Or when I see you in my live stream, that always makes it better too. Warrior Princess, God bless. God bless you too, guys. I do like fighters. It's just I'll probably get jealous if I see Roland 50. Well, good for me. I don't do BJJ at this point in my life, but well, very common couples and like BJJ couples, they end up with other BJJ folks, and in that case, somehow there is not really jealousy if it's a healthy gym environment. Like if you ever been in a BJJ, those are the goofiest and usually the kindest people, and they're beefing and showing middle fingers to each other. So like yeah, so it's at least that's my experience with the BJJ gym. I'm six. I'm 161 centimeters and 5'2" in feet. Cool painting, thanks. Please don't take it the wrong way, guys. Um, I'm not taking pretty much anything in the wrong way. I mean, there are some assholes in the chat, and let me tell you, we keep it clean. Actually, Kayla is here. She's a person that I trust. I'm just gonna try to put her as the moderator. Hold on. Okay, it's a priest, so he can. I need to do it from my phone. I'll do that the other time, or actually, let me just quickly go. Where's Kayla? So I have my mods, guys, and just keeping the chat clean, okay? This moderator, standard moderator. Okay. Also, other folks, if you want to try to mod here on my channel, uh, feel free to do that. I mean, feel free to ask, and I'll try to put you as this standard moderator. I'm Georgian. Dakota Dicheva versus Valentina Shevchenko would be dope, right? I'll spell their name. No. It's all correct, and I think that's gonna be a dope fight in the female MMA. Shaman, are you serious? Ah, you were talking about fiction. Well, to kill all the controversy, it's a female, definitely. At least that's how I planned it. However, some people think that it's male with some maybe a little bit feminine facial features, but the coldness give away more of the male or a boy, younger boy vibe. Sure, why not? Like this painting is so like there's so many dark shades. Yes, you see longer hair, you see longer eyelashes, but well, men can have that too. Generally, yes, it's a female, more feminine features. However, I leave it up to people's perception, and I love seeing what they how they see my paintings, you know. So, so what do we have there? Do you like here? Okay, I'm going all the way down. Yeah, we generally try to keep the chat respectful and the safe space for people. If from Canada, no. Georgia, the country. That is a Wonder Woman. Um, yeah, sure. All right, so guys, I'm gonna bring up the reference. I'm gonna start prepare the reference that I'm using, especially for this ornament. I'm gonna need it quite. I'll definitely need it. Here we go. Here's the reference, and yeah, I'm so excited for finishing up those touches and the ornaments, and yeah, it's gonna be quite good. In the original picture, it's thinner, which I might do the same. I might just thin it up with a small um, small brush, but I already kind of like it, so I might just leave it that way. Depends how it goes. So, right, I'll keep the chat open while I'm preparing everything. So, I don't really use that many materials or brushes, so I have like a four major brushes. This I'm not even using anymore because that was for the foundation. Um, this is for certain touches to create texture. Small one for detailization, and this one, the middle size, is good to fill up those thicker gaps. Okay, I want to see you to see the painting too, so I'm gonna zoom it in at some point as well. But the painting is better and better. Keep up the great work. Thanks, appreciate it. Someone asking how long have I been a woman? I guess since I was born. All right. Let's try to put it in the right order. Napkins, very important. Use it for the phone. I can see it properly now. This goes under. All right. Mm-hmm. Get hydrated. Always drink water. That's what us artists forget to do. Sometimes you just zone out for hours and you paint great art and then even forget to drink water. Antonia says, I think you did great on painting. Thank you. That means a lot. I haven't done legit oil painting for a long time. I had some attempt, I did something, but very quickly, like very raw. It's not bad, but it's not like the best oil painting either. 2 years ago. So now I'm trying. I did some charcoal. I did my Rap's portrait in charcoal. I did other cool portraits, but with the red colored and the black pencil. So realistically speaking, the last time I really worked with oil paints was in the middle school when I was in my the gymnasium when I was studying art, and we had this one year when we started oil paints and portraits specifically, and this is where that's the year when I shined. But then since then, I remember I pursued sports more, and the art kind of went on the background for some time. Though I've been, as I said, I liked graphics always, so I would do like some smaller pieces. Um, yeah, I've done some, but this is the first time in years, technically. So I'm very happy about it. Very quite proud of it too, and looking forward to. I like black and white style. I might create a few pieces just in black and white, but it's also like easy for me. It's also a good warm up, so get acquainted with the oil paint again. I'm gonna start introducing some colors too, so I'll try to create some pieces with some color texture, color structure as well. Did you know that artist in is the profession that has most psychopaths? Really? Maybe that explains why I'm also doing boxing, and I like a little bit. A little piece of me likes the violence, or the controlled violence. I'm just joking, but am I? Hi, geek folks. On Kick, it's very interesting. In YouTube, this is just pumping, and people just coming in, watching, and everything. And on Kick, it's more community based. And art category, subcategory is very small. Not that many people generally watch it at this point, at least. So it's quite a niche. All right. So what do we have here? Yeah, let's apply some paints. So whites on the lighter, the cleaner side, blacks on the. Here we go. There is some gray as well. I just thought maybe I would use it for a mix, but in real like realistically, I just used it for the background for the first layer, and that's pretty much it. I also didn't really like the color for at least for this piece. So again, back to black and white, just and everything here is the mix of black and white. Okay. Okay, I'm kind of running out of the black. I mean, not necessarily right now, but yeah, I will need a new tube by the time I'm starting to work on a new one. Wet wipes, keep it clean. Wet wipes are not perfect either. I don't know. Maybe I need to get specific ones. Those are more like a baby, gentle ones, so it doesn't have too much of the ethanol, but it's still better than nothing. Well, Van Gogh did cut off his own ear, and Mike Tyson beat off Evander Holyfield's ear. You see, both are artists at heart. Okay, well, I'm basically pretty much I'm ready. Yeah, that's the solving liquid. I'm gonna go to the reference, guys. Okay, I'm gonna move to the reference picture for a while. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna work on this part. So these two are the most um, heavily filled up with the. It's gonna start coming together very well. Same approach as I did yesterday. So we had two choices. Rather, I would just create that black texture first, and then I would let it dry, and then starting working with the white on the top, which I thought would be a little bit of waste of time and maybe messy too. And so I decided to take it a little bit riskier. However, I like the effect of this how it worked out. So we're gonna do the same here. Basically, gonna start applying whites first. Those white ornaments, basically. To zoom it. This phone has been broken for a while, and now I'm just trying to move it a little bit. Now it's good. All right. So this part will work on a little bit. Here we're gonna have to just until this point approximately. We have line, another line, separate it. Here. Okay. Well, this gonna have to get a little bit thinner, and I'm gonna have to use same little brush to detailize it properly. But that section is actually like, yeah, this is a approximately how it's supposed to be. It's not bad. We have quite a big piece here. Like this. Also, guys, just letting you know, I'm making it thicker just to have those bright whites and defined lines applied. But I'm gonna thin it out and kind of shape those lines a little bit later once I'm done with the blueprint. So this one actually goes like this. And we have one line this approximately. I'll take it a bit slower, but we can kind of mix it up a little bit. It's fine if we just make a little mistake. That all can be fixed with the darker shade. We have this part which is quite interesting working on. There's like lines here. We have one line up there. Something like this. I don't need a perfect line at this point. I just need a proportional good. So I have a I have a little instruction for my own self. And it's not perfect, and I might need some additional ornaments. I kind of tried to use the blueprint, but it might lay in a little bit higher spot, lower spot, because from the beginning, I mean, the proportions are slightly different. You know, I wasn't sticking to that perfect copy pasting approach. But it's okay because as long as it just lays down well, I can improvise a little bit. Just leave it the way it is. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as in the beginning. So those little doodles. Here we have another one. Here we have another one. Another one, something like this. Yeah, well, I like this last one. Just a little curve. Okay. And those are also the rest of the ornaments here a little bit grainy. I'm still gonna apply it like prominently so I can see properly. However, like it becomes way more fading at this point. Something like this. So okay. Here, line. Here we have little doodle. Here we have little doodle. And here it's kind of loose. Here. So it's empty. I can always add more, no problem. Something like this. Okay, well, I'll pause here. Go back to the chat. So, what's going on? Okay, my husband is awake. Good morning, baby. Swedish. Georgian, my husband is closer to that. He's Norwegian. The proportions are great, trust me. I appreciate it. As I said, it's when you get off. Oh, hi. There is someone on the Twitch saying hi. Sorry, Cake saying hi. Hi there. So yeah, when I say it is not exactly same as a reference, it doesn't mean that I don't put it in its own proportion. So it might even look better to some people because as long as you just align everything, you all those pieces, it's gonna be fine. And then you compare it to the reference. The reason it's called reference is because you just use it as a reference. You maybe like the shape or idea, and you just want to do some artists build up references. Some artists use references for specific details. So it's completely normal. But yeah, I like how it's laid out. I think I'm pretty much laid out it quite well, and even in the video, it looks good. Appreciate it, guys, but I'm married. All right. Well, I mean, basically, for now, we just keep continuing working on it. So, what shall I do now? I shall start taking darker. Like I'm gonna take literally the black paint with the same small brush. I'm gonna start working around it. I also am gonna have to add some more grains in the end. Okay. First, we separate this line so it doesn't only look like a doodle. It's the genuine ornament. More lining here too, but never mind. It doesn't have to be done right now. I gotta stand up for this one. Okay. So you see how I separated this little piece, and all of a sudden the lines getting got more delicate and thinner here. Okay. Yeah. Already more delicate. I'll do that a little bit more up there as well. Right now, I'm just gonna keep thinning it up with the black paint and the additional texture. I'm just gonna use it a little, add it up a little bit later. Okay. So what do we have here? All right. Back to the reference. More black paint. Might be relatively quiet when I do that because here I actually need a little bit of focus. See, I had the wrong line right here, and I just it's easy, just fix it with the black paint, by creating that nice contrast. This line here. Okay. Some extra here, which we can add a little bit later. Filling up certain gaps that are like out there. Okay. Okay. Like how this is laying out right now. Absolutely loving it. So like prominent line. Thank you. Yeah, someone says the work was already coming along, which is one of the most satisfying things, when you like in the artist's eyes, you like artists already can see that, at least approximately how it's gonna come along, but it's a very satisfying process to put it all together and finally make it come true. So here I'm not gonna work too much, just gonna delicate the lines a little bit more because this part is gonna get shaded down anyways. Okay. Well, pause. It's already the sheets are pretty much done. Hello to new folks. You get Lopez on this one. I'm still Team Wolf. Well, maybe I'm also relating to him. If you think about it, Wolf is super talented himself. Like, he has a whole separate cooking channel, and he actually sings quite well. And well, now he's getting more into the act. I think he's hilarious. He has a good comedy talent as well, and he is quite a brilliant fighter. He actually has a very high fighting IQ. So yeah, I think I think that's yeah, Lopez. He probably prepared better, but everyone was saying in the beginning. I still think Wolf wins, or maybe it's me wanting to win for Wolf to win. I don't know, but being a younger and hungrier fighter sometimes is not a factor. Sometimes that is exactly the thing. The experience, the better technique, better fight orientation within the within the fight itself is just better. He's a legend here in Australia. Well, I bet he is. Who do you think will win between Alex Morales and Islam Makhachev? I'm from Indonesia. Well, I definitely think that Morales is actually the biggest and real threat for Islam, and not necessarily because he's a better fighter at this point, but he just blessed with crazy reach, crazy size, wrestling judo background. He's too big to be held down, especially with that background. He's not he's like a Pereira, but with the Pereira of the middleweight, but sorry, welterweight, but with actual wrestling um, and judo background. So I think he knows how to defend the takedown attempts, and size factor is an important factor in this case. Like with, along with his reach, the execution, the risk of the knockout. I think not only Islam, I think everyone in the welterweight division is at the risk to get knocked out by Morales. Um, his only weakness. So I think yes, still if Islam puts him on the ground and controls him well and doesn't allow him to basically execute his advantages, I think that would be basically a hanging match. If Islam stands on striking with him, Morales is just too big. I think he's a natural middleweight to be honest. So um, so-called weight bully. So I think it's a real threat. I'm not saying that he's winning 100%, but out of the welterweight contenders, I think he has the biggest chances. I already like how ornaments lay out. All right, I'll go back to the reference, guys. Enjoy the painting process. My husband is in the chat. At least he appears here and there, and uh, someone says like and subscribe. Yeah, let's get 100 likes, guys. Yeah, let's do it. Well, anyways, I'll continue working, and there's some folks that know me already, and there my husband is in the chat, so they might respond to some questions which I won't see. Okay, so what else do we have? We actually have this line. I need to make it wider so it's quite a prominent line, and I just like the way how it is in the original, and I want to certain things just sticking to the reference. shade down. And we'll thin up that line a little bit. Okay. All right. I actually gonna add a little bit more whites on this part because it's kind of a little bit too grainy right now. I need good definition. Yeah, try to keep your hands clean. Wants to, especially if it's black. Especially if it's black. Holy moly. Okay. So yeah, what I'm gonna take, I'm taking whites. So we have a couple. This one. Keep it that way. This one. This one. And two. Okay, I'm using black again, and then I'm gonna start using grainy technique, both with the bigger brush and the smaller ones. Go. Okay. Okay. Okay, all right. I think it's time. This is interesting. This is like start shading down here a little bit. And okay, what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna take this brush and to light it up. Light up. All right. What I'm gonna do is we actually need more foundational legs here because there's some gaps from the first layer still. So So we just take it like this and just like, with a thick paint, the layer of paint, with a small brush, I'm applying it to those places. Okay. Already created texture that of imperfect, unpolished iron on the armor. That's better. Here as well. All the way up here, so we kind of lock in that section. A bit more here as well. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna take this brush and actually apply to a black, but very thin. And what I'm gonna start doing here, I'm gonna start applying those grains here, right on the top of this part, like this, but very gently, not rushing anywhere. A little bit here. This one is quite prominent, so I'm not touching it like this. Here we do the same. Okay, a little bit up here as well. Okay. Yeah, it creates generally that should create quite an interesting effect straight away. But I'm also gonna apply to whites. So now I'm gonna do the same with the white color and kind of do the same, especially here in the middle, very gently, not to mess it up. Just apply, create that graininess. Ideally, just better to clean this one up. Like this. Clean it up. Just general safer. Sometimes in the heat of the moment, I don't do that. I like to blend it in quite aggressively, but other than that, and with the tip of this brush as well. This, here we go. Couple like this. Gently. Actually, yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. All right. Let me look at it from the distance, okay? Yeah, it's already coming together, in my opinion. What do you think, guys? You should paint Ragnar Lodbrok. I was just thinking about it, and well, my husband kind of he's Norwegian himself, and he's bald, and he has a blonde beard, blue eyes. So I was even thinking maybe kind of use him as a reference, and yeah, like paint not the Ragnar exactly, but more of the using my husband's reference and create the Viking portrait. Well, still on the it's just an idea at this point, but yeah, I'm thinking about it. Okay, now for more accurate, like a graininess, like certain highlights, because it's an armor and it has some lines fade in certain spots. I'm gonna take and do that with this brush, with the smaller one. Okay, so yeah, and even use maybe just mix it up and use like a gray shade. Yeah. Definitely have, yeah, like right here. Sometimes you gotta change angle, guys, because it's hard to see at times. We have like a very smooth, grainy transitions, okay? It's important to keep it that way. Letting up a little bit of lights too. So even those lines, those lighter lines, they have shades, certain shades, You just make it look that way. Down, but also applying more layer of the paint, so it's gonna fill up all the gaps. Pretty much. This one is quite dark actually, so this. And yeah, put it together. Yeah, it's actually not bad at all. With the upper line, actually, I want to thin it out here a little bit. There are a couple prominent lines. There's going to have a thinner effect. Okay. Well, let's look at it. Right, then I'll pause it a little bit and look at the chat. My mom is in the chat. Hi, mom. Привет, mama. All right. It's getting very interesting. What do you think? What's your take? I'm gonna just work a little bit more on the texture because sometimes when they line up too much, that's gonna reflect in a little bit way. And that is also important, especially with the black and white. Make sure your directions of the strokes and certain textures are well prominent because, like here, it might create that I'm just like, yeah, I need to line it up, but I also need to blend it in a little bit too, even though it's just a black. So it creates a better. And I think I can add more grace here, like in between, just a little dots. Doesn't have to be much. And let me see one more time. Well, it's already kind of coming together quite well. I like it. Okay. Yeah. All right, a little pause. Let me look at the chat. Yeah, my husband says that's my best work so far. Yeah, that's what happens when I put a little bit of effort. But finally, I have that environment. Everything is kind of perfect. I don't need much to make it perfect, obviously, but it's climate, the weather, the being able to go on the rooftop and just do it. The affordability of materials, also on the top of it, and live streaming. So that is like an extra motivation, to keep the momentum going. Man, I love it. People are so talented all around the world. Truly is great. Yeah, I love talented people too. Even more. I believe that everyone kind of can find their niche, and uh, you gotta contribute some time and commit your time and energy to acquire some skills and let your talent and vision and tendencies shine. Right. But it's truly beautiful to see people showing their talents and creating something beautiful. I'm from Georgia. My husband also responds here in the chat. I like the detail you're adding there. Well, appreciate it. These two were the most heavily ornamented. So this side's gonna be darker, but there are some ornaments here. But yeah, it's good. I think the biggest part is already done, and all it's left now is to. Well, I shall not forget about this piece because there is a little part right behind, and I need to make sure that that one is also the details are applied. Well, other than that, yeah, just gonna keep going on that one. Well, hello everyone. Thanks for being here. And it's all also done within a little bit more than an hour, so I'm actually quite satisfied. I have a training, sparring sessions later. I have a sparring session later today. I'm gonna live stream that one too, so it's gonna be a little bit of contrast. And yeah, I have plenty of time, so it's like in the 6 hours, and even with some breaks like that, and just talking to you guys and chilling, and then continuing the work, it will take maybe a couple more hours at the maximum, I think. Obviously, after that, I will let it dry, guys. So what happens when you already put everything pretty much and it looks like it's finished? Well, you got to remember, especially with the oil paints, that it's still wet. The oil paints are they take longer time to dry, especially this upper layers that are quite grainy. It takes at least few days. So this painting, I'm gonna leave it, let it dry, and then I'm gonna look at it one more time to see how it laid out. What I want to do now quickly, while I'm kind of having a break, but I actually it's a quite a quick work. So I'm gonna work a little bit on the nose a little bit later. This part I noticed, and I'm gonna look one more time from the distance. Yeah, this is. I want to smooth out the transition here. Okay, I'm just gonna take lighter color, mix the with the black and make it like a grayish same time. And I'm just gonna start applying those. Yeah, that's a perfect one. I just want a smoother transition. It's not much work, it's just me working on that little borderline between darker gray, lighter gray, and then those quite white in a couple of spots. Yeah, I just want to light it up here a little bit. That's it. And that is also another thing. I mean, right now it's already good. It can be left as the way it is now. But if I would want to do more hyperrealism, more detalization, I actually could just go piece by piece, an extra layer, and just really, really work on very meticulously. That will create even how you call that even smoother effect. It doesn't have to be. That's the point. You know, like right now, it just doesn't have to be. Down a little bit. Too light. That's why I'm using green technique because there are actually many like some of the grains are darker, some of them lighter. Then it creates this nice transition. Well, that's the important part is also to avoid leaving this gaps. You can see there's like some gaps on the canva. That's not ideal. So sometimes the whole another level or layer is just do that. You know, just taming it down, making sure that there are no gaps left. It's a little work. It's actually not that difficult when you already have the whole blueprint done. It's completely, yeah, it's not that difficult to work on it. Here is a little bit of gap. Just choose the right shade of gray, mix it up, blend it in accurately, very gently. Doesn't have to be aggressive strokes, and then it just becomes cleaner in the details too. too dark, just try it a little bit, or if it's too light, just add, mix it up more, and it's gonna get better. Also, in some places, you need that prominent graininess to create that texture effect. In some places, you just want more of the blend, where it's more solid shadow or solid highlights. Okay, at this point, I'll just leave it like that. The nose, yeah, the nose definitely has to be worked on a little bit more, maybe, but not the end of the world at this point. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the nose I will do a little bit more work on after I'm done with the general stuff. I might not even live stream that. I'm just gonna because it's such a small. It makes it all come together even better, but it's not like crazy deep either. So some people would be, oh, just leave it alone like this. It's good. No, it is good, but that's the difference between some of the faster paintings and the ones that you look at it and you're like, wow, look at those details. This piece is not the most detailized out of the realistic paintings. It has its charm, definitely has its style, so sometimes you just leave it like that. But it's very interesting to be able to, you know, clean it up a little bit more and then realize that okay, that is even a better effect. So yeah. Okay, at this point, just leaving it like this. I'm gonna go through chat for a little bit more, and I'm gonna continue working on this front part of the helmet. Oh, let me look through the chat. Well, rolling back a little bit. Congratulations, thank you. How are you doing? Thank you. Awesome art. Thank you. Hello, Becky Lynch. Thank you. I'm just gonna keep saying thank you. Um, how are you doing? Doing fine. You sell your painting? Yeah. Well, that will this painting will be available for sale. But we're also gonna do a professional picture or a scan of it, and in our upcoming online shop, you're gonna be able to purchase a print. Um, so yeah, all just stay around, and we will update you on that. I would buy a samurai dragon piece. Well, I really love samurai like theme generally and the dragon. So I'm thinking about creating one piece like that, like Asian style. The big dragon somewhere on the background, and rather a geisha or a samurai, something like that would be. Oh, oh my god, I have a vision. Very cool Tarantino style thing came up to my head. So imagine a samurai, like maybe even with not cigarette, but like a smoking light up thing, kind of stands there from one side, looks at you, and there is the like a geisha, but like deadly one with some. You can see some references that she has some her thin knives ready. She looks like so. They both stand at you, kind of look at you, not straightly, but from above a little bit, and there is like some sort of dragon maybe in the background that also has and it looks at you like who the hell are you, man. That's I need to picture, I need to remember that. That would be freaking awesome. And that type of piece will take more detailization, and ideally I would want it to be bigger, like at least this size of Canva would be nice. If I find one, would be great. Someone says, I want to see some training lives. Yes, today, 100%. Sorry, I was super sore, so that's the reason I did not do more than I did one live stream this week, and I'm gonna do another one, so it's still like a 2 week. But I'm gonna do more often, at least 3, 4. Um, but that's the thing. Sometimes I do have trainings and I'm just super sore and tired after. But I'm gonna try to come back more for. Sometimes it's just gonna be technique or throwing hands lightly because there is for boxing. It's never bad to throw a lot of hands because if you have that, uh, you're used to that volume and you're not sore anymore. And sometimes for that to achieve that effect, you may just need to train lightly actually more often than like in hard sessions. So yeah, that way I'll try to just live stream more of the boxing. Some of them gonna be lighter sessions, but well, the gym is available, so I understand that there are a lot of now I'm delving a lot into the art, but it doesn't mean that I stop training and I don't do that anymore. So I kind of want to balance it so people can see that both equally. Nice draw. Do you have an IG? Cheers from Brazil. Thank you. Cheers. I would love to get paintings like yours. I mean, as I said, both painting and the prints of the painting going to be available for sale. So even if you don't purchase original one, we're going to try to provide the high quality prints. Well, look up my channel. Obviously I do train, do some gym training here and there. I don't live stream that though. It's boxing, baby. But guys, that's that reference born in my head. So that will be actually like I'm maybe that's something I do next. I don't know because it's gonna be Asian style. It's gonna be dragon, samurai, like a duo, an assassin geisha, and like a samurai, like solid samurai as a duo, and they have like a dragon on the background. And the background, the background's gonna be not white necessarily, but it's like a light. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna would be a Tarantino style, and there's gonna be some colors too. Yeah, like I can see that. Well, I've done BJJ. I've done. I got injured. My injury didn't heal. It was tiny, so my pinky toe got dislocated bad, put back, but I couldn't walk straightly for the next 3 months. And after that, I'll be honest, I just changed priorities, some other things, moved on with my life from BJJ. But it was fun. I did around 6 months of BJJ. Yeah, the boxing is the somewhere where I excel out of the rest martial arts and the combat sports. Show us shadow moves. Actually, maybe I do should do that. It's just right here without moving camera. It's a good idea to move your hands. Anyways, yeah, it's a good idea to move a little bit. I don't know, do some squats, a little bit of shadow boxing because after hours of painting, what happens sometimes you get stiff into that one position. That happened to me at some point. Um, so, what do we have here? Okay, Well, so shall we continue? Yeah, guys, letting you know, I'm getting off of the chat right now, and I'm gonna look at the reference picture. My goal is to finish up this part and this little part here, and well, yeah, basically just let the paint dry, and then look for some final touches. I was thinking to add some golden, but I think it's good black and white. You know, trying to put some golden paint on the top. I don't know. It might ruin it, or well, it depends how you apply it. So I'm thinking to just maybe just leave it the way it is and start working on the next one after this one. The final touches are made. How long until I train? But it's 12:23 here, and the training I will start it at 5:30, so it's around in 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours. I also start the live stream, warming up, all that kind of stuff, and then at 6 there is the class is starting. So I'll do my own warm up a little bit before this and that, and yeah, we're gonna get ready for the sparring, wrap up our hands, helmet for the full lamination, and yeah, we're gonna do a rotational sparrings. All right, alrighty. So yeah, because it's a 4 hours, 4.5 hours before that. What I want is I want to finish this within a couple hours to be able to rest, charge my devices, and then I can get ready for the training. Um, all right, now back to the reference. All right, let's see what we have on the middle part. Interesting. So here, there's definitely like something in the center. It's not prominent. Like you think, is it a turtle? Is it like you don't know exactly what it is? You know that it's something. There's like a central sign. There's like up there on the armor too. Well, let's just keep it that way. There's no prominent runes or any other signs. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna do apply similar shape right here in the center. This here. Very interesting. The shape of it. I'm just mimicking the lights and the way it kind of shaped. It fades quite nicely into that darker like black. And then obviously it up blacks here. Something like this here. And then all around it's just dots, some graininess. Here on the top we also have something. Basically right here. And that's it. There's one of those. Approximately. That's just an approximate movement. Everything around is a little bit of extra grain. It's all around here up until this point. It's quite dark. I'm actually gonna apply the upper part too. Why not? Why wouldn't I do that? That actually needs to shade out, but that's okay. I'll do that later. So here we have a little bit of like a spear. At least it looks like it. Something like this. And then we have some, I think it's like a extra ornament here too. You can make it smaller if like I don't want to start using gonna start using the blacks. It's gonna definitely settle down better. And yeah, other than that, we don't have any common. We have some of the areas, but other, yeah, I'm just gonna. Okay, so let's get there. So same technique. Start using those black parts. So here we'll have to blend it in a little bit, but there's no point. It's better to apply black first, and then we're gonna blend it in with the clean brush. Good morning. Kuya, come on. And you see those blacks also, the upper layer of the darker spots with that thick paint of black paint coming all along together. So we're covering all the first layer of which was done with the thicker brush. This is literally like all of this part. Something like this here. Yeah, it already. If you look at it, it takes a little bit more detailization, but other than that, it's all fine. It's coming all together. Here we have actually quite mild white lines, just a little, so we're gonna leave it like this, but everything else is black. it's almost blended in completely. Okay, you see? What we're gonna do now here, we're gonna clean up this brush and start blending in a little bit better. And actually, we can even use another brush, so to clean up, for more subtle, generalized like this. Okay, we also can put up some whites too, like especially with the tips like this. Here. So we have some little dots here and there, like this. Even at the darkest point, we create some. Okay, now we take black, same as this here. We almost have borders, almost whatsoever, right up until this point. And also on this side as well. Lines here, but that's it. It's not too much of it. Okay, let me look at it from the side. Yeah, okay, it's definitely getting there. Still, want a couple straight lines. Um, well, we have a couple prominent whites as well. So here, like this, and here. Okay, how else do we have it? this. And we needed more black, whatever we have left out of black. But it should be enough for this painting. Solidify a little bit the form. Yeah. Yeah, it's quite grainy here. I don't even know exactly what it is, but it's good to combine, make a mix of the solid lines, the fading, like close to original reference, and just make sure that everything is filled up. Yeah, at this point, I think it's good like this. I can always add up more, so no need to worry about it too much. Where we need a good transition, like a straight up like this, we just add it up there. Here I'm gonna add up too. Okay, little gaps here, so yeah, just don't rush. Like this is why detalization is important. I'm not the best at really sitting meticulously and doing it from the very beginning. However, in the end, I'll try to pay enough attention to the same, so I can see it properly and fill up all the gaps that I need to fill. And well, we have this part left, which is very interesting. So what's gonna happen? I kind of made this part longer and this I too because it's kind of cuts out right here. So a lot of things I will have to improvise. I'll have to improvise some lines, and as much as I'll use the original reference to whatever we have here, I might have to adapt something from my own imagination. So yeah, let's take a little break. Let's look at from the back like this. Black Widow. I've been told that. Appreciate, guys. I'm married. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely married. He wasn't in chat though. I don't know where did he go. Okay, guys. Now I have to move this thing a little bit closer. Okay, because what happens is my phone is dying. So I'm just gonna put it a little bit closer like this, and so you can hear me. I will disconnect the microphone, and I will put it on the charger. Okay. It's gonna be good for all of us, so I don't have to wrap it up just because my phone is dying. It's also not very windy, so yeah, should be fine. All right, yeah, that's working. Okay, can you see me properly here now? Right, 1 second. Okay. Well, I basically, yeah, I like how it lays out. What I'm gonna do before going there, like this part's being bothering me a little bit, so I'm gonna take it to the side. And in the original picture, it looks like it's blurred a little bit because of this part is like the main focus, and there it's a little bit blurred. So I will try to recreate that effect. And it's actually very interesting. I have to improve a little bit of the lining where it was. The original lining actually is a little bit lower. Like this. Like this. Okay. Have another lining. applying whites. Okay. Now I can start applying. Okay. It's really interesting. And here to blend it in a little bit and make it like a more like a neutral texture. Take this, have some wider lines here, and I'm using the solving liquid just to create that effect of fading. Like highlight. You have like a black more prominent transition. I'm improvising a little bit too because whatever shape it is here, I'm just gonna have to. Background has to be a little bit darker. Okay, let me just look at it in the background. Okay, yeah, it's definitely getting better. Okay, and now here I'm just more of the water effect, try to fill up gaps as well. Um, So now you see I do a little bit of highlights on the hair, there. Okay, yeah, I like the effect. And here I also need to smooth it out a little bit. For some reason it's a bit too grainy. Just need to. Just applying some extra details here on the side. Lights, look at it. Okay, let me know if you can hear me, guys. Yeah, when it comes to this upper part, we have a little bit of some highlights right here. Okay, that looks all right. Here, like the white line. Okay, I will take black and define the line better. There's some couple highlights that something like that. Okay, that is actually not bad. Just for the sake of making it similar to what it is, I can add a little bit of graininess here. Okay. Well, that side is also, I think, done. Another little thing I noticed that was created a little bit of asymmetry. I want to make sure that this line is, it makes sense, sort of. Just gonna make sure that it's a little bit upward. This. Okay, and I can add more whites a little bit on top. Yeah, I think that is better. Okay, right? Oh, it's coming all together. What time is it? It's almost 1 p.m. here. I'm gonna go back to this side. So basically, this is the part we have left predominantly. Everything else is it's quite good. Just move it. And this is like the darkest part of the whole thing. Like all of it is have a little bit of grains here and there, but we have yeah, everything is black basically. Like here, but we're gonna still the all the places where we have whites. We're gonna make sure that we apply those first. Okay. So we'll take still a line here. It's not super clean or prominent, but it's okay. It's about applying that line first. So then we can tame it down. Okay, that's the first one. Here we have another one, but it's actually I'm gonna do differently here. I don't need really to apply the whole line. So right here, I'm gonna make it a little bit different. I'm gonna use another brush and I'll do that in the end. Okay, in the meantime, what do we have? We have similar ornaments. We have something like, okay, we have this one line. Okay, we have two lines going in like this. We have another two lines like going in, but those are very thin and tamed down. And then we have something again similar up here. Couple dots here, rings. All right, the most prominent lines we kind of need to actually this kind of goes like this. This. Okay, those are gonna be the most prominent lines, but I'll be honest that they're not much here. Just applying relatively thick white here as well. Okay. All right. Let's try it. Let's now start tamping down. And when we're gonna do another brush, we're gonna use another brush. Here it's pretty much all black. And the lines are quite thin. Okay. Okay. We have just a little bit applied that, and okay, everything on the top has to be quite solid, calm, and black. We gotta apply black. Same technique, creating the texture. Okay, so let's look at it from the side. Okay, here we go. Now it's all laying together. I like it. Just needs some more, like we need to take some parts and add up some parts here, but other than that, it's actually turning out to be quite good. All right, let me just use another brush now. So brush with a bigger one. I'm gonna take start shading out the parts because this part is actually the darkest one uh, out of all of the helmet area. So yeah, we just want to tame that one down more. We also add up some highlights as well. Okay, that up a little bit more. Okay, yeah. This one looks- And now we take like black. Okay, now we need to add up some. Now I'm adding up. Okay, just 1 second. Now we just use the smaller brush. Okay. Okay. See from the far. I would add a little bit more whites, just a couple more like this. There are a couple spots there. light it up properly. Okay. We need to add up, fill up some gaps, and I think it's pretty much good. Okay. Well, let's take a closer look, guys. I'll add up a little bit shading on that front part because this also, what we want, this needs to be more tamed down. Is that right? So let's do this. It's very, very gentle. Very gentle. Well, okay, here we go. I think I'm just gonna, at this point, leave it like this. Looks very interesting. I think I'm gonna just let it dry. Well, except, okay, I'll do one more thing that my husband been um, telling me that I've been teasing him with that one eye. I added up a little bit, some of the touches, but I'm gonna just define a little bit better. Okay, so just pull my brushes. That eye is actually even darker out in the reference than here. And well, even in this, I use seed barely, but what I'm gonna take the lighter. Yeah, I'm just taking a little bit of whites. Okay, I will see if it looks good from the distance, and I'll show you what I did. Just a little thing, and that's our reference. Like you see, a little like on the black, it's a little white eyeshadow. Eyelashes is a highlight. Can always tame it down a little bit. Doesn't have to be very prominent, but that's how you when you have very darkened eye. That's what you do here. We have prominent dark eyelashes with some of the whites. I can even add a little bit more on the top, and that's you see on the black. It barely any visible, but then you have a little bit of the white eyelashes, like the just the highlights, and I like how it looks usually. Okay, so let me add the same couple lighter ones on the other as well. Not too much. Let's see if it's good. If not, we can always just change it, tame it down. Well, I think it's going to be barely visible for most of people, but those details matter. Okay. Well, I will leave it at this point. Okay. Let me look at the chat. Let's see. Is there Jones talks, guys? Hi there as well. what do we have here? Sean Strickland. Yeah, it's a little bit controversial, but I mean, I don't definitely. I'm not a Sean Strickland hater, but what Miguel says that is actually a valid point. Okay, well, you also don't really like him, right? So fair point. Oh, he's actually fighting this. Well, our time is tomorrow. Yeah. I'm definitely watching. At least main card. It starts quite early, so if I wake up, um, yeah, I think the early prelims start at 5 a.m. and prelims at 7, and then main card starts at 9. And main card is I would watch the prelims as well, but it depends how early I wake up. Well, okay, guys, I'm pretty much done. Let's go through a little bit more. Like, I'll just show you it one more time from here. So, what do you think? How do you like the effect of this painting? I'm gonna let it dry and probably add some final touches. I said that will work a little bit on nose. Yeah, just to make it more accurate. Other than that, it's pretty much done. That is the stage when it's called pretty much done. It just whatever is gonna be on top. Some little details we need to work through. It's just good to do it once it gets fully dry. Great out gathering. Thank you. Appreciate it. The eyes need color blue. A lot of people say, yeah, not a lot of. I was thinking too. I was actually thinking to take a golden oil paint and do some of the ornaments, like a little bit like a highlight, extra highlights on top, and definitely something on the eyes. I will see. I will try it maybe, and if it doesn't work, I don't continue because there is safe ways to test it. But other than that, yeah, I think it's pretty much done. Yeah, someone says green, blue. I'm thinking golden, like more of the godly, unnatural type of eyes. Well, okay, guys. Let me just can respond. I can stick around for a few more minutes. So feel free to ask questions if you want to. Did you learn painting skill, lady, at the art school? But I've been blessed and talented with painting, like painting talent or drawing talent with since I was child. I think I just started doodling when I was around 2, and by the time I was 6, I was way better at drawing than other kids. And then when I was in 5th grade, they put me in a part-time art school. It's like after school, I would go there. And then yeah, I was like I wasn't attending all the time every day. Like I would go finish the work and then disappear for a month, and that especially happened when I started sports. First karate, and then I moved to boxing, and like there was a little bit of tragedy for my teachers. Like once I mentioned boxing, like oh my god, boxing, you are an artist, this and that. So um, yeah, all right. Hooray, we have 12K subscribers, folks. Thank you very much, guys. That means a lot. The channel is growing. The momentum is gained back after the channel was hijacked for a short time and even terminated by YouTube while in attempts of recovering it. So yeah, I mean, we're back now and back with some new stuff like art live streams and soon to be upcoming online shop where the prints of my art also going to be available. Art School Vienna. It's a side of my art school in Georgia, Tbilisi. Thanks, Miguel. Appreciate it. Very talented. Thank you. But it's also skill. A lot of it is acquired. The real art. You that real art. Uh, okay, well, in Afghanistan, what's the temperature? It's like 30 degrees Celsius, which is around 80, 90 degrees of Fahrenheit. It's quite hot here in Southeast Asia. Currently in Vietnam, Nha Trang. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up now. I need to get ready for my training and another live stream. It's gonna be also sparring session, so just join in. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, gotta rest in before that. Have a good day, or good night, depending where you're from, and I see you in the next one. Ciao.